This whole time, Trump's wonderful little secret was Secretariat, Mossad codename Bubba. For the uninitiated in Secretariat lore, Secretariat had a Guinness World Record-breaking, tremendously large cardiovascular organ and big, beautiful, fluttering eyelashes that made him irresistible to the world's most powerful files. Some say the most seductive, fluttering eyelashes on a horse maybe ever, folks. Trump wasn't draining the swamp. He was draining the stables. Folks, Trump didn't want to have Epstein hung. President's hard of hearing. They said, would you like us to hang this Mossad source? He heard, do you like him hung like a horse? But then he had to have him hung when he learned Epstein also had a tape of Trump delivering the State of the Stallion address to Big Black Beauty. Only jockey to ever take Big Black Beauty and Secretariat across the finish line at the same time.
Guys, Ghislaine Maxwell's horse was also named Bubba. I think this actually makes more sense.
The horse's name is also Bubba. The horse. So is it Bill Clinton or is it the horse? Is this DL president or is this beastie?
So when Trump said there was no way he was going to make it into heaven, that's what he was referring to. Well, ain't that a lot to take in?
Hello guys, welcome back once again to my short commentary. New Epstein's email dropped a bomb. A line about Trump blowing Bubba has made many people think that Bill Clinton is the Bubba, but Mark Epstein is saying otherwise, saying that the Bubba is not the nickname for Bill Clinton, but Bubba is the name of a horse. And it has got a lot of people asking, was our president really gawking the dick of a horse? Why we diving straight into the video? If you are seeing this video for the first time, please do well to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Tell us what you think about the video in the comment section. Like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.
Ghislaine girl, you may get that pardon after all. So it was your horse's third leg, not Bill's? Okay, y'all, this is getting a little bit too much for me. So Epstein's brother was like, hey, it's not Bill Clinton. It ain't that Bubba. But Ghislaine, you got a horse named Bubba? It's giving real beastie up in here. We need to talk to Mr. A. You know, I'm not gonna lie, y'all used to do that back then. I mean, y'all, not us, y'all. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past Wiggs or us. I wouldn't put it past him. And Putin, they say Putin has like multiple photos. Hey, Putin, I know we don't fuck with you the long way, but hey, if you drop them photos like you dropped those photos of Melania on national TV, I promise you, we won't say shit. But y'all wasn't ready for a female president. Y'all ready for this shit? And Tuesday is the day, y'all. Tuesday is the day that them votes come out and we get to get the files fully loaded. If I see any pictures of him and a horse, I'm about to I just want to know who's the bottom and who's the top. I'm just asking for a friend. Oh my God, this is not on my fucking bingo card.
I don't think you heard me when I said that Ghislaine Maxwell has a horse named Bubba. And now they're reporting that Bubba is not the former president. That it's not Clinton. And so now there are other Bubbas involved. Some for the blue and white state, or I believe so. Some in the very cold northern country. So there's those Bubbas as well, but somehow I feel like Ghislaine's horse is going to be involved here, just because that's the kind of guy I think he is. So there's that. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. I need to know, because this is fucking weird.
Hey, what do y'all mean Bubba is a horse? What do y'all mean Bubba is a horse? No wonder why releasing these files are being fought tooth and nail. Bubba is a horse? This is what is on the TikTok streets. Allegedly, Bubba is a horse. I knew that pedophilia was going to be the topic of conversation, but bestiality, he was blowing a horse. I can't. Like, it's almost unbelievable. It's almost unbelievable. Like, I'm at a loss for words. Bubba is a horse. But no, in all seriousness, if Bubba is not a horse, whoever came up with that, and if that is not true, you're dead ass wrong. But if Bubba is a horse, the chair.
Is Bubba a man, a horse, or a boy? Because if Bubba happens to be the 42nd president, then the question comes, was there really a Monica Lewinsky, or was that just a tangerine twat waffle dressed in drag? No judgments, I just know that's another group of people that wants nothing to do with the tangerine twat waffle. If it happens to be that Bubba is a horse, then again, bravo to the tangerine twat waffle for taking on more than most people could ever dare, and the fact that you can still sit down is shocking, but explains why you need a diaper at this early age of your life. Now, if Bubba happens to be a boy, and Putin has a picture of said Bubba with the tangerine twat waffle in compromising positions, then that would explain why the war with Ukraine has seen no support from the tangerine twat waffle basically kissing the butt of Putin. And that would show that the president of the United States is compromised and can be persuaded to do things against the interest of the American people just to protect himself from being in prison. And I would say that if Bubba happens to be a boy, then that would mean that he deserves prison justice. Not the type of prison just going to prison, but the type that happens when a person who decides to PDF a child is sent to prison. And I would say without a question that his answers about whether or not he gets to go to heaven should be asked and answered quickly, then be allowed to stand in the Oval Office and rule over a group of people.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I already know that I don't have the capacity for whatever's in them files. So whatever's in them files, I trust you, I believe you. Don't bring it over here. There's only so much a heart can take.
Now the streets is saying that Bubba is a horse. And no, I'm not talking about Bill Clinton. Okay? A horse, if it was in fact a horse, that man is in the wrong career field. Because a horse, but one thing's for certain and two things for sure. If it was in fact a horse, oh, he's going down. Because you know, if them people don't care about women, if them people don't care about kids, if them people don't care about black people, one thing they don't play about is them animals. They do not play about them animals. I need Miss Maxwell to come to the front and tell us if it was in fact her pet horse. I need her to come to the front of the congregation now. Now, I know they're not going to let her out. Okay? And y'all need to be watching her over in that prison, because if something happens to her, yeah, we know what the vibe was. But a horse is crazy. One, because why would you do that to an animal? And two, because a horse? Okay, throw go.
Okay, so that I'm clear, Bubba is not Bill Clinton, right? After we drug him with this, he's not Bubba. So who the hell is Bubba? Okay, I'm here now, it's a horse. So what, somebody blew the horse? I'm just trying to figure this out, y'all. I mean, they need to give us the deets. Like, don't be throwing out stuff and we got to try to put the puzzles together. Just going out and tell us who got blowed. Who is Bubba? But, I mean, it's a shame that Bill Clinton got thrown in it. But, hey, right at this point, we can't put nothing past nobody at this point. But who the hell is Bubba now? I keep hearing a horse. And if it's a horse, that's even worse. I'd rather hear that you blew Bubba Clinton. I'm just saying. But we are clear now that it is not Bill Clinton, right? Okay, that's what I'm going to stay with for now until I hear some more.
Trump, I hope it was Bill for real, bro. I really do. Please don't tell me you taking dick from horses. Please. You're supposed to be representing our country. You're an image of us. I don't take dick from horses, Trump. I want to move. Nay, Trump. Nay. Nay.
What a week it's been for Donald Trump in America. Here's your weekend roundup of things that I find strange with Trump. Earlier in the year, when Donald Trump and Elon Musk were going back and forth in the most public breakup possible, Elon said 2 tweets that have resurfaced that make you go, with this new information that we found out. You're so proud of one-liners you wrote, it must be hard to talk shit with your dick in your throat. Bookmark this for future. The truth will come out.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
This resurfaces a day after, according to the Epstein emails, Trump was on his knees giving some pleasure to somebody named Bubba. It was also the name of Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. So now the options for Bubba are Bill Clinton, which I'm going with as my fave. But as deplorable as these right-wing men could be and have been, bestiality wouldn't be out the window. So maybe Bubba's the horse. I don't know. I came across this post of one of Donald Trump's party where there was a singer singing a song to a music video that sounded like North Korea propaganda. Well, upon further review, this is a real song called Trump Won and You Know It by Natasha Owens. This is legitimately North Korean style dictator-esque propaganda, because why would this be a song that the artist chose to do?
Come on, man.
The fake news.
Lastly, the relationship between Ivanka and Trump is very strange. And over the course of the past 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of research into old clips of Donald Trump just to make a video montage of how ridiculous he's been my whole life. But the way he talks about his daughter and the jokes he makes with his daughter are not normal.
That if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop you know what? You are sick.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that. I can't relate that.
Donald Trump repeatedly points out how hot his daughter is, saying last year in a Rolling Stone article, "Yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty, that one. If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father."
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall.
Like with all things, MAGA doesn't care about anything that's deplorable with this man because he's ushering in a version of white America that they love. Happy Sunday.
No way! All right. The story gets deeper. What are we talking about here? Let's explain the situation again for those of y'all who are new here. Y'all know how Epstein emails are being leaked out like as we speak? There was an email where Mark Epstein, the brother of Jeffrey Epstein, turned around and said, ask him if Putin has the photo of Trump blowing Bubba to Jeffrey. Lo and behold, we all figured out that Bill Clinton's nickname is Bubba. So everybody's been making memes. This is all totally based off speculation, by the way, of Trump blowing Bubba. And yes, the memes have actually been nuts that we had the illusion of choice within the 2016 election because both candidates ended up just doing something to Bubba, so we were getting that anyway. Well, lo and behold, now I have people all over that video turning around and saying Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse, and that horse's name is Bubba. Guys, what the fuck are we talking about here? Oh my god! Listen, I looked this up ferociously. I googled this shit ferociously, and I saw no credible evidence that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. Seems like this might be one of those things where somebody commented it one time and it got lost in translation, so everybody turned around and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen no proof that she had a horse named Bubba. Now, I'm not saying that she couldn't have had a horse named Bubba. I'm just saying all the drama with Bill Clinton makes so much more sense to me because it just makes so much more sense. Now, of course, again, speculation. This is all speculation. None of this is fact. We're all just speculating as to who Bubba is within those texts. We know it's somebody, an actual thing, and not like marijuana, which some people thought it could be. But it is a living, breathing entity. She ended up having a horse, and the horse's name was Bubba. I feel like that spins the story way on its head. But again, I feel as though the Bill Clinton part might be more believable than the horse's name being Bubba. Let me know what y'all think down below. Don't forget to drop a like and follow me on all the puffs like about YouTube, Twitch, Discord, Twitter, Instagram.
Giving the got 3,000 to a horse is more diabolical than giving to Bill's saxophone. So now they saying that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba and that Bubba is not Bill Clinton. Can we get Peter on the line to see what they say about this, and was it consensual? Because I feel like a horse can't consent to the orange man. Do you have a picture of Trump blowing Bubba? Bubba is a horse. He was tattooing on a horse?
So Jeffrey's brother, Mark, cleared Clinton and said it wasn't Bill Clinton. That's not who Bubba is. But he didn't clear Trump. He didn't say, oh no, that didn't happen. He didn't say, oh no, Trump didn't do that. He said Bubba is not Bill Clinton. So now we're left with the mystery. If Trump blew Bubba, and Bubba ain't Bill, who or what is Bubba? And before MAGA gets in my comments pretending that this is rocket science, let's review the two options that we know we have. Option 1 is Ghislaine Maxwell's literal horse, whose name is Bubba. And option 2 is that in Southern white culture, Bubba is a nickname for little boys. Either way, that's a crisis in cowboy boots. What's wild most about this is MAGA's reaction. Burning merch, cutting up flags, screaming about betrayal. But not because of the child assault allegations. Not because of the creepy Bubba mystery. Not because of the corruption, the violence, the racism, the fascism, none of that. They're mad because Trump did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Make America great again for the rich white men. These folks are just realizing they weren't rich enough, white enough, or man enough to make the list. They didn't make it into the VIP or the country club, and now they're upset. They were fine when it negatively affected everyone else, but now that it's touching them and not working out in their benefit or their favor, now they want to distance themselves from him. Like, girl, please, stop. These are the same people who spend every Sunday at a church pastored by a man who should not be in a pulpit, let alone a playground or a Wi-Fi connection. Hello? They never cared about protecting the children. They only cared about power and proximity to power and the ways in which they can benefit. True narcissism. See, Trump didn't create these people. He didn't make these people care about what they care about. He just shined a light on it. It was already there. They were always racist, narcissistic, child abusing, predatory, violent, homophobic, xenophobic, ableist, Islamophobic, all the things. They were always that. Trump simply co-signed their comfort in being exactly what they always have been and making it so that they didn't have to hide it anymore. And now they're scrambling to pretend that they didn't co-sign him for 8 years while he was doing all the things. Now they want to rebrand. No, we won't be forgetting, and we're not going to let you think we're going to forget. Just because you all switch from a red Make America Great Again hat to a blue America First hat does not mean that we are required to forgive you.
Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. This is what I looked up on it. This is what I got when I searched about this. This is circulating around. I'm going to need someone to verify this immediately before I fucking have a whole ham here. What the hell? We know that Ghislaine Maxwell bonded very well with the Queen of England over their love of equine. We also know that Donald Trump once tried to pay off $2 million worth of legal fees with a horse that he just had. I've never seen the man ride a horse, but he apparently owned a horse. So I'm kind of fucking getting sketched here. We also know that Epstein's brother came out and said, hey, the Clinton or the Bubba that is being referred to in the email isn't Clinton. Did not say that Donald Trump didn't do it, just simply stated that the Bubba in the email was not referring to Clinton. Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. I'm going to fucking puke. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I was having fun and now I'm not. I'm not having fun anymore. We're not having fun anymore. This is too much. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. Maybe don't after this. Or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Good.
President Trump, it's KK Caroline, your favorite press secretary. Now, I know you've been held up in your room for a couple of days, but I've got some good news. So you know how everyone is saying that you gave Bill Clinton a Hummer because his nickname is Bubba? Well, it turns out that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. So now people are starting to think you gave a Hummer to a horse. Now, I know what you're thinking, but don't be a naysayer, because the horse, yeah, I can spin that, okay? It's gonna be fine.
So I am aware of this particular idea that is floating around. What I will say on the matter is that I've not seen any concrete evidence or record of this personally. I'm not saying other people haven't. Certain without a doubt that Ghislaine Maxwell has horses. I'm sure one of them might have been named Bubba. I'm not a journalist. I only have access to the resources that you have access to, and I've not found any statement or article or anything about Ghislaine Maxwell and her horses where one of them is named Bubba. That's all I'm saying. What we do know for a fact, though, is that both of these men are and were very depraved. Now, at their little parties, there would have been considerable amounts of substances going around. In their substance-addled debauchery, Trump probably could have and would have done something like this to an animal. Hypothetically. Wouldn't put it past him is what I'm saying. Personally prefer this narrative a lot more. It seems a lot more realistic to me. Bubba was one of the mainstream nicknames of Bill Clinton, and Jeffrey Epstein did like to talk in code. You know, when you're looking through these emails, he's referring to Prince Andrew as the Duke. When you look at Trump's letter to Epstein, it's all, you know, may every day hold another wonderful secret. It's all like references and encoded stuff, you know? Why I find it a bit more likely that the Bubba in question is the dark Riz master of Arkansas himself. I'm not saying that this is impossible, I'm just saying that I've not necessarily seen any evidence or record of it myself that would allow you to make that reference. I'm not confirming that any of this is true, this is all allegations and current news that is going around. I prefer this narrative because it's far more romantic, although I wouldn't put this past him. Follow for more.
Yo guys, welcome back. In as much as there is this high curiosity to know what is in this whole story of this Epstein's file, in as much as the curiosity is growing daily with the news coming out, I will still promise you that we don't want to know the whole story in this Epstein's file because it is getting shitty every day by day. Now, Bubba is no longer associated with Bill Clinton, the former ex-president that was impeached because he was a gay. Now, Bubba has been associated as being the name of a horse. So the question now is, was the president really gawking the dick of a horse? I really thank you for watching this video, and like I said before, if you're seeing this video for the first time, please do well to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Tell us what you think about the video in the comment section. Like and share the video to help the channel out. You are really welcome.